What up, guys? It's your girl Audrey back again with interesting videos. You know what we do? Yes sir. So basically I just finished recording a video which is like interesting and I really like the outcome, so I'm going to be posting. And this particular video is about this video is about guys, you don't know, like I'm really coming to embarrass myself. If I say embarrass myself, by telling you a story that happened to me. So that's like my first heartbreak. I don't want to call it a heartbreak, but it's a heartbreak because I went through like depression and all this stuff. I don't know what was wrong with me because I'm some emotional bitch. So this story happened when I was in SHS. Okay, that's when I completed JHS 3. I really wanted to tell you guys like last year, but I wasn't comfortable on if to tell you or not. But today I feel like telling you because why? Because the bitch is moving on and I feel like telling you what's going on. That was just by the way. So yes, sorry, texting me. Yeah. So it happened when I completed JHS 3. I was a single bitch. Yeah, I was never into like a relationship. Like I never wanted to date, this type of thing. I never wanted to date this type of thing, but I liked people. You know, I could crash because I was a young girl, and you know, when you're young, like at a young age, your hormones are like yeah, that thing. So I really wanted to, like, I wasn't really into dating, but I really wanted a boyfriend. Let me say that way, because my friends were having boyfriends and I was not having. It's not like people were not proposing to me, but I didn't feel for them, that kind of thing. So I was once on Telegram and then somebody hit me up. So I was like, oh cool, let me just reply to the person. So I went there and then I see the person's profile and I'm like, what the hell, this guy is so cute and all that stuff. So I didn't start crashing at once, but the person was like giving me everyday attention, so I started falling. So we started dating. He proposed to me and we started dating. First of all, when he texted me, he was coming with this I like you vibes, but I felt like who would text and be like he likes you, like saying those stuff. But he was always disturbing me, so I felt like this nigga is really serious. So let me just hop into this relationship and do like my friends. So I hopped in this relationship naively, and I was very stupid because I didn't want to date the person, but I was dating because of my friends. And it got to a time I started falling for this guy because I was into this relationship, and then he was like, I don't know what he did, but like I started liking him, and then I started liking him more and more and more, and then we are getting to that part. So I went to school. I was in SHS 1 and I was in Infantile Girls. You already know by my video where I went to site with my friend talking about side things. So yeah, so I went to school and then vibing. So we go for a break and we are supposed to come back to school, and this nigga is like, he wants to see me and that stuff, so I should meet him at the mall. So that day I didn't go to school. I was supposed to go to school that day, and I was informed, you know, when you don't go to school that day and you're informed and you're going to get punishment. But I decided to be punished because of this guy, because I was madly in love with him. So I decided not to go to school and I went to meet this boy at the mall. So okay, let me not say that. By the way, he wasn't living out at that time. I was living in Kaswa. Yeah, I was in Kaswa, and then because I know West Coast Mall, so I was like, you should come to West Coast Mall because I don't want to go far to get. So I I made him come. He was obviously in Accra. So I made him come to West Coast Mall, and obviously he didn't know anywhere in the mall because he has not been there before. So I waited for this guy, and he comes and he's like, we talk for a while, and he's like, he wants to go to the washroom. I don't know if that was a plan thing or what. So I take this guy to the washroom. My sister, stop. I take this guy to the washroom. Then I turn my face, like, if this is the entrance of the washroom, I'm facing the entrance, and he is like coming from behind me. I hope you get me. So I face the washroom, like I face the entrance of the washroom, and I just like feel someone holding my face. I'm like, what is going on? And besides, the security guy was there. This one was not even shy to do whatever he wanted to do with me. Like, so I was just there. Then I felt something on my face, so I was pretending. I knew it was him. Come on, I was trying to act so romantic. So he touched my face, like he covered my eye, and I was like, who's that, you know? Then he turns me, and then he starts to kiss me. Me too, sister. Me, I was already in the thing. I was already in the thing, so I couldn't resist. Me now, I was choosing.
Yeah? What?
So that was what went, and I was like, oh, I gotta go, because I became shy some type of way. Because if you're in my JHS, you know that I was some shy bitch, you know. For no reason I'd be shy. You get? So I was like, I gotta go, I want to go. So he was like, sure. And then he took me to the bus station, and I took the bus, and I went home. So I was home, and I was thinking about this thing. I couldn't, like, I felt like tomorrow's my wedding. Trust me, I was so in love.
There's a lot going on here.
I don't know what that guy did to me. I was in love. If I say I was in love. So I go to school, and then because I was in love, I decided to buy. No, I didn't. I was very scared too, because the school was scary, and especially my house, Chini house. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a sight girl, we have the most dangerous house mistresses. So I was really scared to take a phone. So I took his number, and then I went to school. Obviously, my girls, my gangs. Go and watch that video if you don't know what I'm talking about. My girls are the girls. They always do the possible. So they brought a phone, and then I was using it to make a call. So I was always calling this nigga, this nigga. So I had this school mother, me. When I went to the school, a lot of people come to school the time. Me the person because what they do for you, you can't tell. In government school, if you have school mothers, take them like this, because it is serious. So I had a lot of school mothers. I'll be like, school mother, I will push them, you know. So yeah, that was basically it. So because when I went to the school, they gave me a school mother, and the school mother was so serious. And me too, I was somebody, I didn't want like serious stuff. But she held me in a way because she was the house mistress. Did I say house mistress? She wasn't the house mistress. I don't know how they call that thing, I've forgotten. House prefect. Yeah, she was the house prefect. So I wasn't working and all that stuff. That was just by the way. So that's beside the point. And then I started to call this nigga. We call, we vibe. So one time I decided to tell my school mother, the one I really liked. So I told her that, oh, I have this guy, and then this the thing. And she was like, she told me that I should leave the boy, I should break up with him. And I was like, I don't want to break up with him because I really like him. She told me, she advised me every time. She's like, break up with him. And I'm like, how can you tell me to break up with him? He hasn't done anything. But she had a reason. How do you know about that? So I was there. Meanwhile, the reason why she was telling me to break up with him, because she was already hearing rumors that guy is a player, and then he's a hype thing. Because those days, hype things were like a lot. So I was like, she told me why, but she didn't tell me why. So basically, I wasn't going to break up with him. So I always tell her, okay. So one time, yeah, we decided, me and my gang again, we decided not to go for preps as 4 months. You see how this thing is risky. We decided not to go for preps again, and then we sleep. So I take this nigga, everyone is calling their boys, and I'm like, nah, I gotta call this nigga. So I call him, and he's like, Stephanie. Dang! And I'm like, what the fuck? Who is Stephanie? Like, can you believe you call your boyfriend and he's mentioning another girl's name? That means, number one, he doesn't even know your voice. Number two, it's either okay, obviously I used to use different like contacts, like phones to call him, different contacts to call him, because I was not with my phone. But you got to know my voice, because when he calls me, I know his voice. So why the hell will you tell me Stephanie? I was like, yeah. Honestly, I really, like, I started crying. I was teary, like I was crying. And then I had this friend, like, she's very close, she see me around my area. She was like, I should calm down, and then I was like, really, are you saying you don't know my voice? And he was like, hey Audrey, sorry, because, and I was like, what the hell. So because I was so in love with him, that was like the first sign to tell me that this guy is not serious. Because why the hell you wouldn't know your girlfriend's voice? Even if it's been like 2 months, 3 months, at least you should know my voice. Because even the way I even, like, you should know my voice. You know what I'm talking about. If you're listening to your girlfriend for like even 1 month, you should know her voice. Come on. So my friends were like, I should relax. So I thought, like, for me, like, after all this thing, I sat down, I felt like I should have. That was the first time she gets, you guys, commercial break. So I'm back. I went for this thing because I'm kind of hungry. I haven't eaten since morning. I've been recording. Sorry. I've been recording since morning. So let's continue. Where was I safe? Now I'd be like, I was really shocked. That was the first like sign that nigga was not serious. So everything, I got angry and I stopped calling him. Then I waited for like 2 weeks and I started to call him again, and he's like, Audrey, learn. Nigga, I'm calling you and you are telling me I should learn. Who the hell told you that I don't learn? Obviously I didn't say that to him, but I was pissed and I cut the call. So that was so I felt bad. I cried, I didn't eat, I was slimming down, my head was big. So yeah, so I was there again. I didn't text this nigga till one time I was serving the dining hall, and I have this friend who's called Liora. She has traveled, so she came to me, and then I was serving, and she came to me and she was like, Audrey, have you seen, let me not mention his name here, let me just use his so that you guys know that I'm talking about him. So I was like, she was like, have you seen his Telegram pictures? Because Telegram you can use like several pictures. Now you can even use videos for like your profile and stuff. She's like, have you seen his pictures on Telegram? I was like, no. So I should come to her dorm so she show me like she has some little juice because he's cheating. Then I just left the spoon and I was done. So someone had to serve, and then I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to eat. So I waited for it to be dining over. Then I went to her and she showed me it, and I was like, that was the end of that fucking relationship. Because everyone was asking me, are you dating him? I was like, yeah. And they're like, hey, madam. Because it was basically, and people knew that it would end in tears, so they were just teasing me and giving me fans, like, you know, high school thing. And I didn't know, and I wasn't on Instagram. Those pictures I saw made me download Instagram. She was like, I should download Instagram because he's a hype thing, and then he has lots of followers there, and then he's cheating. So obviously I should download Instagram. So I downloaded Instagram at that time, and then I started seeing every shit he was doing. He was a player. So I decided that When I go home, I break up with this nigga and this nigga, period, and that's over. So I go home and I text this nigga and I was like, I don't want any explanation, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, we're over. And he calls me and it's like, what did he do? I should take time, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't have time. So I break up with him. Then he's like, okay, fine. So we break up. Then 2 to 3 months, like almost 4 months, then I get a text from WhatsApp, and the guy's like, he's sorry, I should forgive him, I should give him 1 second chance. And obviously I was still in love with him. So you can see how I was stupid. I was still in love with him. So he was like, I should give him a second chance. And I was like,
I'll give you that chance, but if you dare break my heart, I'm not going to give you another chance.
Thinking that he's going to come back for another chance. So I'm like, okay, fine. Then he's like, sharp. The next day I just want to meet him. So like, sure. As I go to meet him, then everything. He introduced me to his cousin. It's like, yeah, that's my wife. Like, that's my wife. And I'm like, if my heart is doing me like go off material, I was happy. So after that, then he wanted us to do something. I was like, I didn't come here for all the stuff. No, I was very smart because he wouldn't come and use me here again, and then he threw shit at me. So obviously that was what he wanted to do. He wanted to do that shit and leave me again, and I was not ready for that. I told him that I'm not ready for all this stuff, So he's like, okay, cool. Then we do the random stuff, kissing, pegging, and then I tell him that, oh, I want to go home. So I go home, and this nigga never texts again. Never texts. He's like off. I don't see his status anymore. I don't see his story. So it's like basically he blocked me because maybe he wanted another chance so that he could you get this. So he never texts, nothing. So one day I was going on Instagram. That's like a year or 2 years after. I was going on Instagram and I saw that he was preaching. Like, it was on live. He was going live and I was like, let me just stop, because I didn't see his story for 2 months. 2 years. I think a year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half. And then suddenly I see him again. So I'm like, let me just stop and watch. Obviously I was not in love with him again because he was nasty for me. Because you cannot do that to a girl. Girls are not rubbish. Huh? You get it? If you are watching this video, you should know that if that's what your father was to do to your mother and car, you think that you'll be here. Anyways, so I see, and then this nigga is preaching. I'm like, hey, since when? I was really shocked when I saw him preaching. I was like, hey, God should really forgive some people and forgive all of us, cause I was shocked. So right now I heard he's a pastor. We thank God. If he's a pastor, we thank God. If it's a lie too, I wash my hand. So basically that was how I got the breakup. After that I went through a whole lot of stuff because I really put my all in him. Yes, that was basically the mistake I made. I placed my fucking all in him. I trusted him 100%. 100%. So that was why basically I went through serious heartbreak. I couldn't eat. I was doing things to myself. So that's basically the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share this video, share and all that stuff. And I'll be back with more interesting videos. As you can see, they are all back in their making. So I want to quickly end this video. I love you guys, and it's bye for now.